Welcome back, everybody, to the Breachers VRML. I'm your host, Gibular Bob, joined by my other caster here, King Smirko, also known as Pillow. Pillow, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I don't have a cold no more. I don't have a sick no more. I don't have a fever. All it is, I guess, is just me getting hit by puberty. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if you're still going through it by the end of this stream. But our matchup today, Spectral versus BEAVERtails. These are two teams that I have personally wanted to watch. I know Spectral's been on cast a couple of times, but I've never been the one who has been behind the cast. So, this is my opportunity to review how this team plays, and also BEAVERtails, a team that has not seen any attention in the spotlight since Season 2. Their last game casted was actually, I believe it was by me, and it was by me and Rip the Cord, and it was against Formula 3, now wrecked, and they took a tough 14-0 loss. So, we're seeing a different form from BEAVERtails. They are one of the top teams in the standings right now. And in week 2, they were the third highest NA team. So I'm curious to see how they are going to play in this match against Spectral today. Spectral, they are currently a bronze team. They have not been ranked this season yet. But they have gone against some other tough opponents. Most notably, they beat Restart this season 14-8. Restart, a previous finalist team. But then they took a tough loss to Acer 14-1. So we'll see how Spectral does this matchup. I think they are the favorited one, though. Yes, 62-7. In favor of Spectral. What's your opinion on that, Pillow?
Yeah, you see that Spectral beat Restart 14-8, and that was a really good beat from Spectral because Spectral is a team. They did make Diamond last season, and I would assume that they didn't get to the point where they bought or beat Restart. But seeing as they beat Restart this season, and you see that they're going against BEAVERtails, in my personal opinion, BEAVERtails as a high diamond team, like a really high diamond team, this is gonna be really fun to watch and stuff. So I can't wait.
I'm certainly looking forward to it as well. Spectral is going to be starting this matchup on the defense. We've had a little bit of intel come in the background. We're going to be starting the series on Skyscraper, and our two maps that were banned were both Dam and Hideout. So you're losing one of the newer maps, Pillow, but you're also losing one of the most well-known conventional maps in Breachers.
Yeah, Hideout was a map for a long time. It's been around forever. And, Dam is definitely a reasonable ban. Speaking of Hideout, that was a pretty interesting ban for this game, and I'm going to see how they do on, Skyscraper and Ship, probably, and Factory.
Okay, so Skyscraper, Ship, and Factory, that's where you go. Not Arctic? Not the Arctic rework? You don't think
I forgot about Arctic. I forgot about Arctic.
Wow. And it just got reworked. Wow. That's mean to Arctic. But no, yeah. I mean, it is a newer and like we said, reworked map. So we played it almost immediately after it came out on Brug for our first league match, and I regretted that deeply because we had no idea how to play the map. So it might be, it's definitely a normal thing to see teams avoid maps that have been either really recently added, really recently reworked. And even if a map does get added to the game, it's usually not in the map pool until the next season. The difference with Ship and Arctic is that both of them were reworked. They were already in the pool, they got updated, and so they don't go anywhere. We just have the new reworked forms of the maps to play on. So I am very excited to watch this matchup. And we'll see. Yeah, we're just waiting on one more from BEAVERtails. So really quick, just want to shout out some stuff that we've got going on the channel. First off, you can see the... Oh, it looks like I won't be shouting anything because we are going to immediately get started. We finally got all the players in lobby, and we are going to map number 1, which is going to be Skyscraper. Well, you just saw the map introduction for Ship. I thought I hit the Skyscraper button. So we're off to a great start. But no, we are not, in fact, going to Ship. We are here on Skyscraper. Ship, we might be going there later in the series. And maybe if we do go to Ship, I'll just play the Skyscraper intro for that. So I kind of equalize that problem. But in any case, we're seeing BEAVERtails on the offense, Spectral starting off on the defense. Pillow, break down our eco. What are we going to see here?
We're going to see some util from BEAVERtails having foam, a nade, and they have a drone as well. You know, that drone is very important. You know, you want to see if you have any roamers, stuff like that, just to clear that out. And over on the Spectral side, we got an instant and 2 nades, you know. Early util / nades are really good for picking up damage if you're able to get some damage with those nades, and you also see that drone going into the B site.
We're definitely seeing frag grenades being a popular pick among the teams as more lineups are being discovered, more creative lineups, by the way, that go into really unconventional spots. They're definitely being picked a lot more. A couple quick picks coming out from both sides. We're now down to a 2 versus 2 as Vix does get pinched by both Beckham and Stanky. And we're now just down to Raj 15 alone in site A. Funny how the attacker is defending the site from the defenders, but Stanky and Raj with the site retake pick up the first round for Spectral.
Yeah, and also if you don't know, fast peeking in this game is very good for intel. You know, you fast peek because you don't want to just rush into that site and not know where your opponent is. And you know, whenever you fast peek and you get a little bit of intel, that's when your go-to is to actually push in.
Yeah, absolutely, and a tough start for BEAVERtails. Definitely, I think we saw much better teamwork from Spectral. They had a very nice pinch set up between Stanky and Beckham there that they used to catch Vix off guard, and ultimately a good job shutting out BEAVERtails from the B2 lounge. They did have Raj sneak into site A, but they also didn't have possession of the EMP, so they couldn't really do anything either way. But in any case, we're getting ready with round number 2, and this is something that surprises me a bit, Pillow, because we're seeing instead of Spectral buying a Vezin round 2, they've purchased 3 Omens, but so has BEAVERtails.
Yeah, Omens are a really good weapon if you are able to hit those headshots because of the rapid fire that it has, and just how good it is close range and stuff like that. You know, as you see for second round, BEAVERtails bought those Omens, and they didn't save with Spectrals, and that's what a lot of the teams do if they want to try to win the next round.
Raj caught the pick onto Deft Ones, as we see a minute 50 on the clock. BEAVERtails completely taking over the server room. There is still a fragmentation grenade in the hands of Ninja Tim, who happens to have some very, very nice S-tier frag lineups. Beckham finding the kill onto Silver, recovers an Omen. However, Master Killer quick on the refrag as the EMP is getting planted. Ninja Tim goes down to cut skills And in a round where Spectral didn't buy that round 2 Vezin, they find themselves struggling against a very powerful BEAVERtails offense. Flare in a 1v3 did manage to catch 1 kill, looking for Vix, but did not find it. Now trying the other side over by the breach, but that EMP is taking down. Vix goes down to Flare, who drops a double kill. Flare looking for another player, going for the defuse. You know what they say, pros don't fake, and Flare isn't looking to do so, but Raj, quick on the trigger, finds that kill, and brings BEAVERtails their first round of this matchup.
Yeah, you see the omens, definitely in play, and as I said, the omens are really good weapons if you can use them right, obviously. And you saw that BEAVERtails won that second round. It was pretty much just omen versus omens, and now you see, what is it, 3 Vezins and 2 omens over on the BEAVERtails side, and you got 2 Vezins, 3 omens, and 1 Spectral, and a couple of util from Spectral.
Yeah, I suppose even if they didn't win that previous round, they still had enough money to bring over some Vezins into this round at least, but they're not able to field 3 Vezins, which is what BEAVERtails has decided to do. Do you think, I don't know, do you think BEAVERtails is going to have a more successful offense here?
They possibly could. I mean, it really just depends on what happens. If you see that, no, my bad.
See Ninja Tim upstairs, up by the north stairs, actually. Heading down and on the flank, looking to potentially find a pick onto BEAVERtails, but here comes the foam already onto the bathroom wall into the B2 lounge, and Spectral are playing quite far back. Deft Ones has that fragmentation grenade ready and might be able to get a good throw all the way into Bath, but BEAVERtails are thoroughly clearing the upstairs. Beckham immediately finding a pick on a silver. Deft Ones picks up a lot of damage from that grenade. One tossed in response by by Spectral, does not find a kill.
You got 2 people in bathroom right now stacked up. You got Master Killer, and I'm not sure who's behind him. I'm going to assume that that's Silver. That is Vix. Rajay able to find Flare. Cut skills swinging in, finding Deftones. Ninja Tim finding Vix with that Spectral. Master Killer with that Vezin is able to get the refrag, and Rajay kills Stanky for the last kill over to BEAVERtails.
Nice starting half from BEAVERtails. They were off to a slightly rough start with a initial pistol round loss to Spectral, but they've done an excellent job of picking up the pace here, and we've seen Spectral. They haven't, I mean, look at this pillar. They're still not investing in 5 rifles. Deft Ones has, well, maybe it's Deftones. I'm not entirely sure. But they've purchased an Omen, and Stanky's still on a Spectral. This is, I mean, usually by this point, we do see one team purchase 5 rifles, and BEAVERtails has done that, but Spectral, are you concerned that they haven't fielded 5 rifles yet?
I am concerned indeed, but I do think that they just want to save for next round in order to buy those fully kitted out Vezins. But let's see what they can do with that. Indeed. And speaking of which, you see a drone coming in to, I believe this is pretty sure, Ninja Tim getting spotted by that drone. He might have to retreat, and a nade coming in from BEAVERtails. Ninja Tim gets tagged up, as well as Flare. Ninja Tim able to pick up cut skills, swinging, getting taken out from Rajay with that refrag. Now you see 4 members of BEAVERtails pushing into this area. Silver kills Beckham. It is now down to a 3v4. That nade is going to go deep and is not really able to find anybody. Rajay and Master Killer both on that wall, getting ready to blow that wall.
Stanky does manage to catch a kill on the Vix. There goes the wall, as Flare is flash. Raj finding 1 kill onto the captain of Spectral. Silver looking for Stanky, but both Deft Ones and Stanky are both up. Deft One finds 1 kill. They find the 2nd kill. Can they find the 3rd? No, it doesn't happen. Master Killer looking, but Stanky manages to catch the kill for Spectral, and it was an excellent setup there by both Deft Ones and Stanky to get that EMP defuse, find those last 2 kills, and ultimately cut off a lot of the momentum that that BEAVERtails had built up.
Yeah, they really executed that play well, sending that drone in, and they found NinjaTim was in there waiting for them, and he was able to pick up 1, but gets refragged, and all 4 members of BEAVERtails pushed in there and just got full control of it, blew the wall, got that EMP down, but Deftones was able to swing and get 2 of them, and Stanky, swinging for a long angle, was able to find that last pick and went over to defuse that EMP.
Yeah, very well played all around there, and I still haven't figured out if it's Deftones or Deft Ones, but you know what? We'll just keep saying, you say Deftones, I'll say Deft Ones, and we'll cover all of our bases that way. But let's take a look at the scoreboard really quick. Both Raj and Master Killer picking up a hefty majority of the kills for BEAVERtails over on Spectral. It's kind of across the board. Everybody's pulling their weight on the team right now. We'll see if BEAVERtails can find an additional round against Spectral. Stanky may catch a kill onto Raj here. Oh, they do catch a kill onto Raj. Very, very nice from Stanky. Cut Skills was waiting in the podcast room for Stanky to get too aggressive, but Stanky does not take the bait. There goes the hatch into management above Site B. Trip mines down. And we might see BEAVERtails go for an aggressive play here if they decide to full send down the hatch. But it looks like they are just trying to gain control over the top floor. Oh, they're stacking up. Are we going to see it, Pillow?
We might see a hot drop into the B site, but I heard a repel, so I'm not really sure. It may, yeah, it doesn't really look like it's going to be a hot drop. And that pick from, I believe it was Stanky Cut Skills, is able to find Stanky in that bathroom area. Now it is 4v4, now it is fair. Considering BEAVERtails did lose a player, Master Killer looks away from NinjaTim, and NinjaTim's able to peek him and just get the kill on him. Silver finding Deftones. Or Def One, I don't even know how to say his name. Vix finding that EMP on the bomb. Cut Skills finding NinjaTim. NinjaTim getting Silver. It is a 2-2 right now. Vix is going to be sitting close, and Beckham's going to be swinging. Vix is able to find Beckham. Flare is the last one alive for the Spectral team, and Vix, with that Omen, was able to kill both Flare and Beckham. That was a really good play from BEAVERtails.
Slide bug with the spectator client making Vix invisible. But I gotta ask, Pillow, when did the Omen become a better pick than a rifle? I mean, we've seen players absolutely clutching up here with it's Deftones. Okay. Thank you, Sturson. Thank you. But yeah, so. Where am I? Yeah, okay. It was a fantastic play there by Vix to get a double kill with the Omen after they planted the EMP onto Site B. I mean, I was expecting the rifle player from Spectral to get the kill there, but it seems like it's a very even matchup so far.
Yeah, it's a very even matchup, and I believe that they really love using that Omen because I'm gonna assume that's what they prefer. And now that you see BEAVERtails is fully kitted out with Vezins, Flare, and Deft Ones, I believe, has an Omen. So Flare, Viper, and then Deft One's Omen, and you see 2 people right now in bathroom. Kirby, what are your thoughts on the Omen?
the Omen is starting to become a little bit more meta in a lot of these games. If it's like a second round buy, a little bit of money, as long as they have enough money in eco to go ahead and buy a Vez in the next round, it's very common now. And Silver already making a push in there, getting the quick kill on Stanky. As you can see, the whole BEAVERtails team going ahead and taking control of that bathroom push. Tim trying to slow him down, getting the quick peek, but if they go ahead and blow that wall right now, it might get Tim. They got both walls open. They're actually going to be getting taken out a little bit by both Tim and Beckham. That push is actually coming down to a halt very quickly, making it a 3v2 now. And that push has been slowly stopped, but no, never mind. Never mind. BEAVERtails is slowly going to come in there, get that bomb down on that B site, and just pick apart that Spectral team.
Didn't even get the chance to welcome our wonderful third caster here, Old Gravy. He is here to help with the the casting of this matchup. Gravy, how are you doing today?
Oh man, I'm tired. I just got off work and hopped straight into the cast. Did I miss a whole bunch? What's going on here? Is it a good close match, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like it.
I mean,
we're just now switching sides.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a very, very nice start from both teams. BEAVERtails now pulling ahead a little bit more than Spectral. They go 4-2 into the second half. And we're still seeing this strange trend of Skyscraper becoming a much more offense-sided map in recent times.
Well, we're definitely glad to see that because, it has been a very defensive side of it. We've seen so many 5-1 curses, 6-0 curses, down to ties, just all the time. So being able to see in BEAVERtails going ahead and taking 4 rounds on offense is definitely refreshing. It's really going to put Spectral in quite the pickle. And they're already going to go ahead and get a kill on Stanky as they're holding down this defense as well. So, being able to be so good on offense and defense on this map is really going to give BEAVERtails quite the edge on this one, especially since they're ones who I heard picked this map as well. So possibly BEAVERtails have been practicing this one with all the lineups and all the places to go ahead and sit. Because, it does look like they're just absolutely steamrolling Spectral right now with all 5 players still standing. Wasn't even able to go ahead and get the EMP planted. As soon as they heard that very first tick, they went ahead and sprung the trap on them.
Yeah, that was a really good, really good defensive round from BEAVERtails. The flawless 5 members of BEAVERtails still standing, and all 5 members of Spectral just gone. And I believe that Skyscraper is it's obviously a defensive map, and them winning 4 offensive rounds, and they just have the biggest advantage right now on this map. And I'm curious to see what map they pick next, and I'm just curious.
Yeah, we're certainly seeing, I certainly like this pace that we're seeing from BEAVERtails because it really kind of does them justice, as I was explaining the last time they were on cast, and you had something to do with this, Gravy. The last time BEAVERtails was on cast, it was a 14-0 game against Formula 3.
Who was that?
So I do like to see a team kind of hop in and get that redemption arc. Obviously, they still have a ways to go before securing this first map against Spectral, but I think they certainly have made a very good start by finding 5 rounds against Spectral. They find the pistol round on defense. They haven't invested in that round to Vezin, which always makes me nervous when teams do that, but we're seeing a very, very odd play here from Spectral, Gravy.
Yeah, it looks like they were starting with the bathroom push, but they're actually going to be rotating all the way around and going to that lounge area. Looks like they're going to be rotating and doing a push, which is actually going to work out in their benefit because they did have those 2 roamers actually over there on that other site, which could have been causing them trouble and making that a very hard push. I think it is just luck. I don't think they knew they were up there, but it's actually going to work out in their case unless they don't notice They're going to bring the trap in the back, and Cut Skills is already going to go ahead and take one, but go ahead and quickly get refragged by Deftones.
Oh my goodness, they do
And there was
manage to get
another one.
They managed to get the Omen, but we're now into a 1 versus 3. Stanky alone with that Omen. They managed to recover at least one SMG off of BEAVERtails, but the push did not work out for them, to say the least. The EMP is down over by Site A. I gotta say, that was good adaptability from BEAVERtails. They moved their players around very well, stopped the push before it built up too much momentum, and now Stanky is kind of stuck in a very difficult position, to say the least, because they do have that Omen, yes, but they're also on 9 health.
But, oh man. 9 HP. That's gonna be quite a hard push there. I think it was honestly better if he was to go ahead and save, and it does look like that is the option he's gonna go ahead and take. Luckily, with the update, Triangle Factory went ahead and lowered those rounds, so we don't have to sit here and watch Stanky hide for a whole 3 minutes this time. It's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
but never mind. Stanky. All right, he's like, you know what? With 10 seconds left, I'm gonna do something about this, and did not work out well in his favor.
Maybe I don't know, maybe Spectral are saying it wasn't worth it to save the Omen because they might be able to pick up some rifles this round. It looks like that might be what it is, but the problem is, Pilla, I feel like you could have brought the Omen in, Flare wouldn't have had to buy into a Cadillo, and then they could just pick up the Omen, use that, and buy util for the rest of the team.
Yeah, if they really
saved
a
very smart move. If
they saved that Omen, they could have just hold on to it for 1 round. Or no, wait, because this is like what, match point right now for BEAVERtails.
Right.
They hold on for that Omen, and just use that while Sankey just buys a Vezin. That'd be a really smart idea. I do agree with you on that, Gravy. The plays that are coming in from Spectral, especially from last round, I believe that was a little bit of a roam clear bottom floor. Didn't really find anybody, but there was 2 roamers that went to the back and was able to take one out, but Deftones also getting taken out. I'm not sure who it was from. I believe it was Vix. But yeah, no, BEAVERtails is really holding a strong defense right now on Skyscraper.
All rifles coming out from Spectral as they're getting ready to push Site B. There goes the wall open, but a static field emitter is going to slow them down a little bit. Fragmentation grenade thrown doesn't find any damage. Silver finding a pick onto Flare as BEAVERtails once again find the early momentum.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of picks here from the Spectral side, but that static is actually really holding them up right now as Stanky goes ahead and finally takes that out, and Vix is ready to go ahead and spring that trap onto them and being able to go ahead and get one, and slowly goes ahead and gets refragged by Ninja Tim, and they were able to go ahead and get that round and get that eco as well, as they're going to go ahead and plant that EMP. It's going to put them in a very good position against BEAVERtails, and who knows, maybe we're going to go ahead and see the comeback arc here for Spectral. We might see a tie this map. What do you guys think?
I hope not. What about you, Pillar?
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, this could be this round right here could be the round that BEAVERtails locks it in. Okay, well, they have 3 Omens. I can't get over the fact that Gabriel Bob says I hope not. But
hey,
Master Killer with that one.
I think everybody else can agree with this sentiment that, yeah, ties aren't as fun. But hey, we'll look at adding those tiebreakers in at the end of the season, hopefully. Because that would make things a lot of fun, and yeah, it would certainly it would give everybody closure is my thing to a map. But in any case, we're starting off round number 10. Old Gravy made an excellent point that with the recovery Spectral made in the last round, they could potentially bring this back 3 rounds all the way to a tie, but that remains to be seen. It still has to happen, and we've seen teams, even with 5 Vezins, go down. We just saw, actually, IVNA go down to the Omen of Zen even when they had a bunch of Vezins last week. But in any case, we see an immediate pick onto Stanky by Raj. And now a minute 55 on the clock as Cutskills finds another with those omens. Beckham, Raj, oh my goodness, with a double kill. And it's now just down to Ninja Tim. Oh no, that's not gone the way they wanted it to at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think you went ahead and got your choice there, Bob. I went ahead and jinxed it for all of us, and we did see a win there from BEAVERtails. I think Raj right there was definitely the MVP of that round, being able to go ahead and swing down on them and get that double kill when they least expected it. There wasn't a whole lot of flank watch or droning that out. They just let him go ahead and get that one kill, didn't try to press him, or they just pretty much ignored him, and then he was able to drop and get another 2 picks, which is very, very tough for Spectral to recover from, leaving Tim to come down and try to 1v4 them.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, Ninja Tim had that, I wouldn't say he had the advantage now, because BEAVERtails, whenever they killed all four of his teammates, they obviously had Vezins. And as I said, man, the Omen is a very good, very good weapon if you can use it correctly. And Rajay proved my point right there.
Curious to see your guys' predictions for the second map. We both know Dam and Hideout is banned, and Skyscraper has been played, so we're going to go either to Factory or Arctic or Ship.
I'm going to bet Ship. I'm going to bet Ship.
No, wait,
Arctic.
Ship. Arctic. Okay, yeah, we'll see. I mean, you were dissing it early. I'm just kidding. But it is actually, it's going to be Factory, so we're not going to go to one of the new maps. But Gravy, I'm curious, what's your take on Factory here? Was this something you're expecting to see?
Yeah, it's more of a common pick, but not that I'm excited for it. It's kind of boring, kind of outplayed. You know, I'm with you guys on that one. I do want to see a new map played. I really want to see how teams are playing the new map with all those new changes. See how the pushes and the metas have developed into something different. But no, we're gonna go to Factory and see the same old pushes that we mostly see. Let's be honest, but you know, at this point, you know, Spectral being down, it's probably their best bet, best safest pick. You know, it's what everyone is used to and has practiced time and time again. So,
just giving the teams the go ahead. It looks like we're waiting on one more to connect from Spectral, but in the meantime, this is now my opportunity to, well, I was going to shout out stuff, but it doesn't look like I'll get the chance to do that because we are going to go immediately into our next map, which is Factory. Okay, so something must be broken, and apologies because I hit the Factory button. I know I did, and it is once again playing Ship. So we'll have to take a look at those technical issues, but that's after the cast today. But we're playing on Ship once again, also known as Factory. So
that's what you wanted to watch, Bob. You wanted Ship.
I promise I didn't hit that on purpose.
Right.
In any case, we got BEAVERtails starting off on the offense, Spectral taking the defense. Spectral's across the board except for the pick of a Cyclone Pillow. And I gotta ask, is this a competitively viable gun?
The Cyclone at first in, you know, the preseason of VRML for Breachers was definitely the main gun that a lot of the teams would use. Like talking about Zenith and Wicked and a lot of the old teams from Season 0 Breachers VRML, since pretty much when the game came out, pretty much beta or something like that. You know, it was definitely a really viable gun, and Beckham gets taken out from Buzzkills, and he had that Cyclone. So, I mean, Gravy, what are your thoughts on the Cyclone?
Garbage.
Wow! Okay.
Holy.
That's all I have to say for that one, I'm going to be honest. Not very reliable. I mean, it's probably good for like one pick, but past that, I mean, such a small clip, and I just don't really see many people getting double kills with one clip with that. It's not very reliable in my opinion.
Ninja Tim manages to get the kill on Master Killer, but the EMP has already been planted, and now it's a race. Is Flare going to stick the defuse? Somebody's got to get upstairs and stop Flare, and Vix does manage to do that. Ninja Tim also goes down to Vix, making it a 1-0 game for BEAVERtails. But that was almost very, very close there for BEAVERtails, Gravy. I mean, Flare nearly got that defuse.
Really, really close. And honestly, I love seeing that push happen. It's not something that's very commonly done and able to be pulled off, but when it does and someone's able to get on that roof like that, oh man, it is dangerous. Good luck trying to get that defuse and, pull back on that win on that, because once they're on that hatch, man, that is a very difficult thing to pull off. And they were able to do it, which was incredible and very nice to watch. Very refreshing. It's something different. We like that.
All right, so Pillow, we're seeing... Oh, okay, I was going to say BEAVERtails bought an RL, but no, that was just the bot. I was going to say, is the RL competitively viable? Is that something that you would invest in if you were on a pro team?
I don't use the oral, so I don't really know how it I don't really know how it functions. I've used it a couple times, and I'll tell you what, it's not a bad gun. Obviously, if you hit your headshots. I mean, this game is all about headshots. And, again, you see these Omens buys.
I'll tell you, I use it every single time. It is the best gun in the game.
Exactly.
Most reliable. Kills everybody every single time. And I highly recommend every top team, including Acer, to start using it.
I feel like you're being dramatic.
Deftones immediately finding a kill on to Cut Skills. Fragmentation grenade tossed. They did get their 5th to connect for BEAVERtails. Master Killer is back. And the Silver is back, and the RL is now in their hands. But you know what? A rifle is a rifle. And in a round where Spectral does not have any Vezins or any kind of rifles, they're still on SMGs. I think that the RO might be able to be put to good use. It is kind of difficult to make it competitively viable considering its cost. And it's not a one-tap headshot, but Stanky does find Raj. Master Killer takes out Beckham. Silver making use of the RO finds the headshot on to Stanky. And we're now into a 3 versus 2.
Him very quickly evening out that, and Defcon's taking out the other one, turning this actually into a 2v1. It's all up to Vix, who does get taken out by Deftones with the Omen. But yeah, would love to see that oral gun ahead and getting the kill right there from Silver. It goes to prove my point. Best gun in the game. Please start buying it more. I would love to see that in casted matches.
So you weren't being dramatic.
What?
I mean,
right,
it would
I'm
be
just
kind of cool to see like a match where both teams agree to only use RLs the entire time, and we just see like a 5 RLs across the board on both teams. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Oh, Beckham has it. Look at Beckham. He bought an oral. Oh, never mind. He just got rid of it. I saw him with the. Listen, I saw him with the oral. I got excited.
It's on the floor still. It's in B site. You can see it on the floor.
That's.
Oh, I'm gonna assume they're using it as a weapon gun.
Did people Beckham bought an Omen just to get rid of an RL. I think that's hurtful. That's hurtful. I think that the RL deserves more respect than that. It isn't the worst gun in the game. Okay, it's got its moments. It's got its moments. War Dogs, the EU team, has shown that the RL is powerful. They won the they went flawless on their first day of Challenger Cup in Season 2, and they only used Vipers and RLs. So it has its moments, okay? Use it more. In any case, we do see Master Killer already picking up quite a bit of damage at the start of this round. Cutskills narrowly avoiding that incendiary grenade. A fragmentation grenade almost kills them, but leaves them on 12 health.
Yeah, you see all of BEAVERtails actually all pretty much hold up here in Tetra's area. As they're going to go ahead and blow that wall, and it looks like they're going to go for that same push again. Oh, the nade. Wow!
What?
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Very beautiful done by Silver to go ahead and dodge that nade, but both Deftones and Ninja Tim taking 2 of these members out, and Deftones taking out another one, actually turning this into a 2v5. It is not looking very good for BEAVERtails. It's all up to Raj here in a 1v4 situation. It does look like he is going to be rotating all the way into locker space to go ahead and try to maybe take out a couple of picks and maybe even out the playing field. It's going to take a lot this round to go ahead and bring this back. And honestly, it might be the best option to go ahead and save. What do you guys think? Would you guys save in the situation, or would you pull a John Wick in 1v4 and get the bomb planted?
I mean, you know, I'm confident enough in my skill. Sorry, Pillow, but you know, I know I could get these 4 picks here, and clutch around. Yeah, but you know, I think Raj may just want to save here. You're not. You might. I don't think Raj will be able to buy if as next. Excuse me, next round. So, it might just be worth it to save here, and that's one less rifle you have to buy in the next round. I don't know, Pillow, you're our analyst here. What do you think?
You know, during this early rounds, you know, 1-1 on the board. I mean, the smart idea right now is just to save that Vezin because obviously, like you said, Bob, he's not gonna have the money for next round if he decides to push that alone, and it does look like he is gonna be saving that Vezin, which is a very smart idea into these early rounds. And sad enough that oral was not put to use.
I mean, you know, they did still win the round.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they did win it without the oral, but it makes me so sad that they just kind of discarded it like it was trash. Because I don't think it is trash. Gravy, what do you think? Looks like we may have lost old Gravy for a moment there. But
Did we?
Oh, did we? Oh, okay.
Okay. My bad.
I was
Pardon me like that so quick, Bob.
Well, no. I was asking you a question about the oral, and you didn't respond, and then all of a sudden.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I may have been spacing off, looking at something else on cast. Yeah, oral, best gun in game. What was the question, Bob?
No, I don't want to hear the answer anymore.
No, that's fair, anymore. Honestly. I don't even want to answer it. You wanted me gone from the cast, so it is fine.
Hey, we love you, Gravy.
Much love.
In any case, here we go with our 4th round of this matchup. BEAVERtails, 3 rifles in hand, but Spectral, they have a lot of money, and they have 4 rifles and a Marui. Like, I mean, a rifle. The Marui is also a rifle, but 4 Vezins and a Marui is really where I meant to go with that. But here comes the push into Orange Storage. Stanky picking up a lot of damage. We've seen BEAVERtails take 1 round already, but ideally for them, they'd like to go into the second half with at least a little bit more than that. Ninja Tim picks up a lot of damage. Stanky and Deftones both finding a kill of their own, and we're down into a 3 versus 3. Vix dropping 2. Cutskills finds Beckham rotating through assembly, and it's now a 3 versus 2.
Yeah, that was a very good play there by Vix, as he was able to go in and swing that doorway and get a pick, and then he swung the other doorway and started pre-firing through the breachable wall and was able to get a pick through the wall as well. I don't know if you caught that, but it was a very good double kill, and it was actually so good that it put him in a 3v2 situation and actually gave them the upper advantage. Deftones going ahead and take out 1 there in the connector area, taking out 2, turning this into a 2v1 situation. It's all up to Vix. They do have the EMP planted, and he does have a good line of sight on that. Now it is all up to Deftones and Flare to go ahead and try to... Oh, wow! Kill from Vix. That is a beautiful 4K that round from Vix. And is able to go ahead and stop that EMP defuse. Wow, incredible job there done by Vix.
You know, during that round in the beginning, you saw that the util from Spectral came in handy. That incendiary was able to delay that push from, I believe it was Vix that was trying to push him through that door, and he wasn't able to because of that incendiary. And Spectral was just really able to play off that really well, getting those picks. But, coming into the end of the round, BEAVERtails was able to get that EMP planted, and Vix dropped a 2K to end off that round. And now it looks like we're on round 5.
I believe Vix, correct me if I'm wrong, Vix is a new pickup for this season for BEAVERtails?
I think you're right on that. I don't know off the top of my head, but I believe, yeah, Vix is a new pickup for BEAVERtails. But, I mean, what a way to start off for the team, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Here, let me do a little bit of research here.
Okay.
It does look like they played with BEAVERtails season 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. Never mind. They've been there.
So I guess we're all just remembering wrong. A little, like, Mandela effect there. But in any case, Raj, with a fragmentation grenade at the ready, Vix swings out into 2 players, and Stanky collects the bounty there, finds 2 Beckham, finds a double of their own, as it's now just down to cut skills. And already, Old Gravy, this round started off 5 versus 5, and not even 30 seconds into it, we were already down to a 4 versus 1.
Yeah, if you blink, you missed it. That was a very quick round there by Spectral. And yeah, now it's down to cut skills in a 1v4 situation. Looks like he might be going for some quick, easy little picks to maybe lower the playing field a little bit, and then maybe he'll push in, because he does have a whole minute and 30 to go ahead and do something with this. Not like Stinky from last round, who had 10 seconds and decided to push.
Oh,
but,
wow. Stanky catching strays here. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is because Pillow made an excellent point earlier. Is it a good idea to save or not? And that's what I would kind of like to know, Pillow. Do you save here? Is this something that's worth saving, or because BEAVERtails is going to be able to buy next round, maybe cut skills will go for it? But I feel like that wouldn't be the case, because they might not be able to buy, and it's going to be halftime.
Yeah, BEAVERtails are definitely going to be able to buy next round, and I feel like if cut skills does save this Vezin, which I'm going to assume that's what he's going to do, he would be able to buy the attachments unless BEAVERtails doesn't have enough money, and he would also be able to buy the util. And I mean, if it is going to be round switch, I mean it's going to be 3 right now. Until switch over, so Spectral's gonna have 3 points, and if it's a 1v4, I mean, I wouldn't save on a round switch because it's a round switch, and I'm gonna assume that both teams are gonna buy out everything for that round switch,
and we'll see what they decide to do. It looks like Cut Skills is gonna play it safe. Can't really do a whole lot with 3 seconds on the clock. They save, bring that Vezin over to the next round. BEAVERtails with another disconnect. They've got bot Tom in, and we'll see if they can fill that spot with another player, because you certainly don't want to start off this round with 4 players in a bot. Specifically because the best case scenario right now, Gravy, is for BEAVERtails to go into the second half with that 3-3 tie.
Absolutely, but don't count out Bot Tom just yet, because when I play against Bot Tom, that guy has aimbot. I mean, it's in the name. He is a bot, and he does have aimbot. He'd be snapping on my forehead, killing me every single time. So maybe he can go ahead and do that for them. However, he does have an omen, so it is going to take more than just one little flick and headshot to kill you. So yeah, they probably want to go ahead and get their reconnect. It'd probably be the best case.
Bro, I'll tell you this. I rage a lot more when I die to bots and actual players, even when I play this game. It's just irritating just to get snapped on your head and just die from a bot instantly.
I mean, this could be the secret weapon. Oh no, Raj reconnected for BEAVERtails, but in any case, yeah. You don't want to always rely on a bot, though, because sometimes they've got that laser accuracy where they click on everybody's head, but most of the time they do just take the shortest route to the site and immediately walk into 5 defenders and get killed. But we see Stanky gets droned out. Master Killer may go for a pick. They decide to break off and instead go for the hatch onto Site A. Proximity alarm upstairs alerts Spectral that there is a large push coming in upstairs. Ninja Tim, Deftones, both down on the same floor of the site. And Stanky actually the only roamer for Spectral right now with a minute 35 left to go.
Yeah, this looks like a very common push that you typically see from most teams, and Stinky was able to go ahead and actually swing that trap and take out Silver on those bottom stairs. It does look like Stinky's going to slowly rotate all the way back around and regroup with his team, knowing that it's now a 5v4 situation, so very good call on him. And he's going to be able to do that safely as the whole team is over here on orange stairs. They're going to go ahead and start that foam over here on A site. They're going to blow that wall and start their push. Cut Skills is still on that window over on gravel, which is going to be a hard thing to have to deal with there for Tim. He can't move around a whole lot in that site. He's pretty much restricted to that little corner spot. And the whole team is going to be barreling into site, getting that EMP planted and springing their trap. But Stanky made his way back up onto Hatch, so the roamer still becoming the roamer this way, and he has sights on the EMP as they weren't able to finish the plant. And they only have 30 seconds left. This is going to be a very hard situation for both Cut Skills and Vix to go ahead and come back from, right? You got 30 seconds left. You got one of them all the way in connector and one on orange stairs. They're going to have to get both of these kills here pretty quick to go ahead and pull off a win here on the last round. Vix goes ahead and takes out one. It is all up to Stinky. Vix swings and gets the double. Gives them the round and the EMP plant. EMP plant eco does not really necessarily matter because they got their round win. Amazing, well job again by Vix as we see back-to-back clutches from that player.
Meant to hit a replay and create a new replay, but we did see a callback to that other double kill that Vix got to clutch around. So I think that's pretty fitting because once again, Vix with the double kill clutches up around for BEAVERtails and keeps them alive in this game. They head into their defensive half with a 3-3 score. That's the best case scenario here for BEAVERtails. They could have gone 4-2, which isn't a bad setup, but this is even better because you can find that early momentum on the pistol round and then just capitalize off of that, and you have a lot of space to lose rounds, you know, if that does happen. But we'll see how BEAVERtails does. They played an even better defense than an offense on Skyscraper, and we'll see if they can keep that momentum up in the second half of this map.
Stanky comes barreling in, but does go ahead and get swung by Cut Skills, so he's able to go ahead and get that kill. Beckham is still very low, standing there, does get taken out by both Vix and Raj is running around outside. They are going full aggressive on this last player here. Tim hiding over there by Tank and does get taken out by Cut Skills. This team, BEAVERtails, is playing very aggressive on defense, which is very refreshing. You don't necessarily see that, especially in a league match when a lot of players have that upper man advantage. A lot of teams are going to go ahead and huck your site and play it safe. They want the round win. They don't want to risk getting killed and then leaving it and shoot down to like a 1v1 situation. But yeah, they're putting on a whole show here, chasing out Ninja Tim out there by that tank. Incredible done by them. That was a very, very quick and beautiful defensive round there by BEAVERtails.
Sorry, Pilla, I thought we were watching the enforcers there for a moment because they had like 4 people outside chasing down Ninja Tim and finding that kill. It was that was pretty brutal to watch. They just got completely outplayed on that pistol round, and BEAVERtails immediately again taking the momentum in their defensive half. We'll see how they can turn, if they can turn this into a win, but I mean, that is just not how you want to start a second half if you're Spectral, Pillow.
Yeah, Spectral, they didn't really have a whole lot of momentum going in, they pushed in as a team all together, but ultimately they got picked off while swinging ones and ones only, and swinging ones, you don't really always want to swing with ones. You always want to be able to swing with a teammate, just in case, in order for a refrag by chance. And that's what I mean right there. Silver and Rajay swinging both together and picking off Deftones.
Beautiful frag. A-tier frag from Flare. Toss into the site. Cut skills finding the kill on Ninja Tim. Silver finds Flare. And Raj takes out Beckham to give BEAVERtails a 5-3 lead. And this, I mean, they're one round off of match point here, Gravy, and it doesn't look like that last win was a fluke.
No, they're putting their money where their mouth is, and they are showing all these connoisseur votes what's up here, because I'm looking at that. It was 62-7. No one had faith in this BEAVERtail team squad at all, but they're coming out here to play. They're playing offense on defense, and they're playing very good on offense as well. Working very well together as a team. As you can kind of tell, BEAVERtails have been together, I believe, since preseason. At least season 1, and they've been playing with the majority of the same roster. So imagine that, and all the scrims, all the matches, building that team chemistry. Even if you add a couple people here and there throughout the seasons, it's majority the same roster. The Spectral team, however, very, very new, still probably working out the kinks, does have a lot of newer players. And I think that is really coming to show in this BEAVERtails match right now, as they're putting them in their place right now. It is a 5v3, and they have all the eco advantage. That's probably going to give them this round win as well. And if they do win this one, then it's 6-3. That can give them this map as well. If they do bring it back and tie it, I mean, regardless, then it would be looking at a third map. But we know, Bob, we don't want to do that. So maybe they'll go ahead and finish it out here, which does look like it is going to be the case, as they're already going to go ahead and get 2 quick picks, leaving this a 5v3. And Raj pushing up these stairs, taking out Beckham, leaving Stinky up on the roof as he was droning. Raj does get taken out by Stinky, and Deftones getting refragged by Cut Skills, leaving this a 3v1. Never mind, it is a 2v1, and Stinky is on the hatch, but both the BEAVERtails players are going to be there on A side, just waiting for Stinky and seeing what his next move is.
Why am I catching strays here? It's not that I didn't want to go to third map. I just didn't want to see a tie. There's a difference there. But, in any case, 1v2 scenario for Stanky. They did turn it from a 3v1 into a 1v2. Now they could potentially turn it into a 1v1. There's only a minute 5 on the clock. They do manage to get that wall set. There it goes. It's now open. Master Killer behind the bomb. Stanky manages to recover the double stims, but they have to make a move here if they want to give Spectral any hope of winning this map. They are only 2 rounds down. This would make him 1 round down, but if only 45 seconds left on the clock, Master Killer goes down. Stanky makes it a 1 versus 1. Can they make it a 1 versus 0? No! It doesn't happen once again. Vix, the designated clutch master of BEAVERtails, finds the kill and makes it a 6-3 game. And we are just potentially 1 round, Pillow, off of seeing a BEAVERtails win.
Yeah, BEAVERtails really showed what they can do in this matchup. Fighting against Spectral, a team that beat Restart, and Restart is a master team, and they were finalists last season. And stuff like that. So, to really see a 7-3, I believe in 7-3 both times, that would be really interesting, unless Spectral are able to find the momentum and bring it back 6-6 and tie. Unless that happens, we aren't going to a round or a map 3. And, Sankey decided, I'm going to push, and he was able to get a pick off that push, but ultimately he gets taken out from Vix. And, Vix, obviously the top dog right now for BEAVERtails, dropping 12-3. It's really scary to 1v1 him in that point.
You gotta wonder what the team mental for Spectral is like here, Gravy. They've tried, they've tried plays across the course of 2 maps, and not a whole lot has stuck. They did manage to get 3 rounds on both Factory and Skyscraper, but they're still struggling here. Silver finds Flare. Master Killer finds Beckham. Silver with the double on to Ninja Timus. Master Killer looking to stick the defuse, and once again, BEAVERtails is on the hunt, and they find their kill. And isn't it fitting that Vix gets the last kill of this match, the designated clutch master for BEAVERtails?
Wow, what an incredible match today. Definitely got some upset connoisseur voters. I think they just played that defense so well. And yeah, they had all 5 players up after that too, which is incredible. They did not let them get an inch of space to go ahead and do anything with that push. They were so aggressive both on offense and defense, and it is a very rewarding win here for BEAVERtails. Great match today.
And
Yeah, BEAVERtails.
go ahead.
Yeah, and BEAVERtails winning on offense, like, they were able to get the rounds up on offense on defensive sided maps. It really did put them in a big advantage to winning the series. And what do you think about this, Bob? Like, what do you think about BEAVERtails, beating Spectral, a team that beat Restart?
I think it's a good redemption arc for them. If you're BEAVERtails, this has got to feel so satisfying. You're finally back on cast here, and they put in a really, really good showing. Shout out to Vix, by the way, 13-3 on map 2. The designated clutch master there for BEAVERtails. Cut skills went 10-5, and the only member of Spectral in the double digits was Deftones, who went 11-8. Next up was Ninja Tim, who went 4-8. So it was a rough matchup for Spectral. And I don't know, I think BEAVERtails has demonstrated that they have the ability to break into Master this time around. They were stuck as a Diamond team. They did have moments where they were in Master before, but they were shut out of the top 8 teams. And so now I think this is definitely a statement from them saying, we are back and we are going to shoot for those top spots. And if they play on form like they did here today, they can absolutely achieve that goal. But that is going to do it for us over here on the cast. But I do want to shout out some quick things. Triangle Factory, the developers of Breachers, still sponsoring the Breachers VRML. You can, of course, get the Breachers VRML gun skin in the Breachers store for credits. It's 100 credits, and now you can even gift it to other players. Gift it to your friends as well. We also do have a casting survey available for Season 2. All of that data helps go back into our casts and gives us results to improve our content and our live stream. So if you would like to participate in that survey, it's in the League Announcements channel in the Breachers VRML Discord. Also, quick shout out to Old Gravy for making our weekly highlights, and a big thank you to one of our newest creators, Deadline, who made the music for the Week 2 highlights videos. So be sure to go and check those out. Beautiful highlights from Week 2, and it's going to be going on all season. Of course, do check out Exclaim, the merch store for the Breachers VRML, the official merch store for the Breachers VRML. We've been partnered with them for a very long time, and you can get yourself some nice, very nice Breachers VRML merchandise there. And also teams use that to affiliate with the VRML and create their own merch stores. So if you're interested in doing that, please consider affiliating with the VRML via Exclaim. But for now, that is going to do it for us. Once again, I'm Gibular Bob, my co-casters, Old Gravy, and King Smirka, also known as Pillow. We'll catch you all in the next cast. Have a fantastic rest of your night, everybody.
Breachers VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory. Thanks for watching VRML.